Today's horoscope, Scorpio May 10th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. In the first part of the day, you're taking things in stride. You prefer to stick in the background to get some peace and quiet. The moon spends all day in the sign right behind yours, pointing to the need to go undercover in some way as you regenerate, process, heal, digest, and renew your emotional spirit. The moon will move into your sign tomorrow, and it will encourage you to connect with your environment, but for now, honor the need to rest, relax, and escape. In fact, if you've been pushing too hard or going overboard recently, particularly with work or pursuing your goals, you may meet with some resistance or delays today. Personal responsibilities distract you from your goals and professional duties. Every time Jupiter dances through a new zodiac sign, the entire human collective can feel a different wavelength radiate through the cosmos. Because Jupiter remains in his zodiac sign for 12 to 13 months, roughly about a year, we get to feel a splash of his energy in different areas of our lives. The frequency changes, in a sense. Currently, with our great benefic in the mutable air sign of Gemini, we are experiencing a more robust social period that will encourage us to expand our connections, especially with neighbors, friends, or siblings. This could lead you to meet new people for romance or fun. Material goods are on your mind today. A recent raise justifies a splurge, so why not go for it? Managing your money is a serious responsibility. A book on personal finance could help. It's a splendid day for romance. You are normally so even and detached, but today is right for throwing all cares to the wind and expressing your deepest feelings about anything and everything. This, of course, can be accomplished in many ways. Take your dog outside and play a passionate game of fetch. Or stream your favorite movie and take your lover's hand in the dark. If you can think of something better, do it. You're not going to lose. Take the time to consider whether or not you give too much away. Today, part of this number's essence is about generosity and gullibility. While giving is something that is hardly ever a negative thing, it can become so if you wind up giving so much away that you feel taken advantage of. Remember to value the things that you create as well. They take your time, talent, and materials. Resentment arises when too much is given out without enough coming back. Keep this in mind today. You not only already have 5 planets in your busy work sector, but 2 more are on the way, and in 16 days you will have some powerful planets assembled here just starting to get to know each other. With Mars also firing things up on the career front, at a point in each professional year when things are usually leveling off, they are instead powering up. This is what the moon is going up against as it makes its monthly visit to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, with its invitation to slow down and make time to hear yourself think, likely to be met with opposition. This couldn't be more important, for you are running a marathon and not a sprint. With Venus, the planet of love, still 4 weeks away from your relationship sector and the sun long gone by then, there is a chance to see this as 2 chapters. Venus will use the laws of attraction to turn desires into reality while working her magic to make these some of the best weeks of the year on the relationship front. Until then, the sun is more about having your eyes open and head out of the sand. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, the cosmic skies are relatively calm. The stars aren't making much noise, and that in itself is a message worth paying attention to. When the celestial energy is quiet, it's often a gentle invitation to slow down and reconnect with yourself, your rhythm, and the pace of your life. You may not feel particularly driven to launch into a big project, have a major conversation, or take a leap into the unknown, and that's perfectly okay. Not every day needs to be about movement. Some days are for grounding, for integrating, for breathing. If you've been feeling a bit scattered lately, or like you've been running from one task to the next without much time to reflect, consider this your cosmic permission slip to pause. Return to the basics. Today is ideal for getting back into your routine, not just out of habit, but as an act of self-respect. Re-establish the habits that nourish your body and spirit. Whether that means meal prepping, tidying up your space, journaling, meditating, or even just getting to bed a little earlier. These small acts are the foundation of your well-being. Take a moment to reflect on all the effort you've put in over the last few weeks. Maybe you've been grinding at work, showing up for others in your life, or pushing yourself toward a personal goal. Even if it hasn't always felt glamorous or acknowledged, know this: your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. You may begin to see the fruits of your labor emerging now in subtle but deeply validating ways. A word of praise, a moment of appreciation, or even the internal satisfaction of knowing you followed through on something important. These small recognitions are deeply meaningful. Allow them to build your confidence and remind you that your consistency matters. This subtle but steady energy is also perfect for nurturing your relationships. Because your energy is more settled today, you might notice that your ability to connect with others comes more naturally. Your presence feels grounded and calming to those around you. When you speak, people listen not because you're louder, but because your energy is more aligned and authentic. That kind of calm leadership rooted in empathy, not ego, is incredibly magnetic. If there's a friend you've lost touch with or someone who's been on your mind, this is a beautiful time to reach out, reconnect, and strengthen the bonds that truly matter. You might also notice moments of intuitive clarity today. Even though there's no dramatic celestial shift happening, there's something about the stillness that helps you hear your inner voice more clearly. Pay attention to the nudges, the quiet observations, or the gentle changes in your environment. Sometimes, it's in the quietest moments that the most meaningful shifts begin. However, a word of gentle caution: this tranquil vibe doesn't necessarily extend to every area of life. Financially, things may feel a little uncertain today. If someone offers you an investment tip that seems too good to be true, or you feel pressure to spend on something you're unsure about, trust your instincts. Not all advice will be in your best interest, and some people may be acting out of self-serving motives rather than genuine care. Be discerning. You don't need to make any big money moves right now. Today is more about preserving what you have rather than chasing something new. It's also worth being mindful of your energy. You may have more motivation than you've had in a while, especially if you've recently been feeling drained or off your game. There could be a renewed drive pushing you to recommit to your physical health. If so, embrace it. Maybe it's the perfect day to stretch a little further in your workout, go for that long walk, or even try something new that challenges your body and refreshes your spirit. On the flip side, if you feel tired, don't push through for the sake of productivity. Listen to your body, and if it's asking for gentleness, honor that. A sauna, a hot bath, a massage, or even just a few quiet minutes in nature might be exactly what you need to restore your balance. The bottom line today? It's not about dramatic change. It's about conscious recalibration. Use this cosmic lull to recenter, reflect, and restore. Your inner compass is pointing you toward stability, and the beauty of that is often overlooked in a world that constantly chases the next big thing. Sometimes, the greatest growth happens in the spaces between our busiest moments, in the stillness where we remember who we are and what we truly value. So take a breath. Take your time. And if you're feeling inspired, I'd love to hear from you. What's one simple habit or routine that always helps you feel balanced? Have you noticed any quiet victories or moments of clarity recently? Share in the comments and let's support one another in finding peace in the pause.